What's up, MEC? How's everybody doing? So, got one quick message for you guys today, and that is that generalists will die a slow and painful death of mediocrity and low income, and that's not what you want to do, obviously, right? So, I really have seen a lot of people suffer from this, and I did too. So, like back when I was doing more stuff with agency, I did all these different types of services. I was trying to be the one-stop shop, and I was really just bouncing all over the place. But what I didn't realize was with all these different service offerings, all these different types of clients I was going after, I wasn't starting one business, I was starting like 7. So it really got me caught up because I was thinking, okay, I got this digital agency, I can offer these services, I can do this, that, and the third. But I didn't have processes for a lot of them. I didn't have really big results for a lot of them. I didn't have a very clear understanding of that target market, that person's problems, and a deep-rooted level of success in that service, in that offering, in that niche. So it was extremely hard to get good results because I was bouncing from project to project, doing one thing at a time, and I wasn't able to charge a lot either because I didn't have a lot of big results. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to let me know below, like, what's your specialty, and like, what are you really freaking good at? Let me know in the comments, guys. I want to hear from you. And also, like, think about this. I see so many people out there that are general business coaches, marketing strategists, all this stuff, and they're like a Swiss Army knife of some super serious, amazing skills. And it's not to discredit that at all. You have to be a generalist for yourself. You have to have a lot of different skills and tools and abilities and different ways to do things. But the problem is you are offering all of those things. You can't be a generalist in your offerings. You can be a generalist for yourself and be able to solve a lot of different problems in your own business, but you can't try and solve those for everybody else. So what happens when you're a generalist is it's a whole lot harder to have higher rates. It's a whole lot harder to have big results. It's a whole lot harder to really thrive in your business because you're bouncing from project to project, different type of client to different type of client. Nobody knows what your brand is. You don't know what your brand is. You don't know what your specialty is. And you can't even get referrals because you're just a Swiss Army knife. Like if somebody said, hey, who do I go to for, web design or whatever? And I think of somebody who's a web design specialist. I don't think of the person who has a do every service agency. You know what I mean? Jeff says he's a life coach. Trust me, Jeff, you'd be the only life coach I would trust. And guys, so what I want you guys to think of. So the answer to this, the opposite of this, is niche notoriety. So niche notoriety is where you can really focus in on that one big cornerstone result. So your cornerstone result is the big thing that you can be known for and leverage. So for example, like I helped out Nat Tucker on a product launch and she made $180,000 in 8 days. That was an amazing result, and it was like, what? That's insane. You know how? Because she was already in the position to win and just needed a few tweaks, a few extra things added on top to take her to the next level. Her previous launches were doing anywhere from 30 to 50,000, and using what I could bring to the table, it went up to 180. So it's super crazy. So that's kind of one of my big cornerstone results. Like I can take that, I can leverage that, I can get more high-ticket clients with that for my launch consulting services. And like if I had just tried to be, general marketing consultants, but like all over the place, I used to do that too. And guess what I was charging? I was charging like $150 a session, right? Not much. Now I'm getting 5-figure contracts. As that case study, as that cornerstone result, I'm able to leverage that. And it's crazy what a difference that can make. So the niche notoriety is going to give you power. It's going to give you leverage. And when you find people who are able to receive the value that you have to bring, really able to apply all of that specific, very specific zone of genius, what happens is they pay you a lot more. You start to get more referrals. You are very clear on what you can bring to the table, what you can not bring to the table, and it makes it so much easier. What's happening, Dot? It's crazy once you remove yourself from the generalist space, how much your rates go up, how much your respect goes up, how much people in your industry refer you goes up, and you are very clear on what you do and don't do. So like I'm really big not on just focusing on the big goals, but focusing on making sure that you have clarity on what you don't do. And when you have that clarity, it makes it easy to decline opportunities that are outside of your zone of genius. And yeah, so like Jeff says, Arnie made me $4,900 in a weekend with a single landing page for a launch of a $47 course. Yeah, because I'm good at that stuff, you know. So I helped him launch that, run some copy for it, and we got an awesome result. So because I was able to figure out what I wanted to really help people with. And like for me, as a service, that's digital product launch consulting on commission for a very, very specific type of person. As a whole, it's Facebook groups for entrepreneurs. How to grow and scale your online business by using the Facebook group and capturing their information with our group funnel software. So that's my specialty. That's what I stick with. That's what I'm good at. I could offer a million different things. I could offer copywriting, I could offer email marketing, I could offer funnel consulting, all this different stuff, but I know where my zone of genius lies, where I can leverage my best talents to make the most money and make the most impact. So I want you guys to think of that, about that too. Like what niche do you want to be notorious in? Like if somebody says your topic, you want everybody in that niche and that industry to think about you. When you have that niche notoriety, the game is on easy mode. You can charge whatever you want to charge. You can get speaking gigs. You can get podcasts all the time. You can get anything you want because you have earned that place. And you can't earn that place unless you have focus. You know what I mean? So I want you guys, one more time, leave a comment and let me know what your specialty is. And also, which niche you want to dominate. Where do you want to show up and be like the boss of the bosses, where everybody in your industry is learning from you on how to do things? Like I can't tell you how many people that teach digital marketing learn from me on Facebook groups and launches, and it's because like I've figured out how to do things a different way at a higher level, where people who are learning the game want to learn from me, you know. And that takes time, that takes experience, that takes credibility, notoriety, and it's not easy to do. But when you know that's your target, you know that next level is where you want to be. That's where you got to have that dedication towards that path, towards that niche, and really. So here's something that's a lot more subjective that I want you guys to really think of. Is I can't tell you how much time I've spent building relationships with people. Everything from doing the meetups, having conversations, chatting with people back and forth, helping out my students and my clients, and having a lot of industry peers and mentors as well. So all this time I put into building these relationships, it makes the niche notoriety go like viral within the niche. You know what I mean? So like if you ask around, you say, hey, who do I learn Facebook groups from? Who do they mention? You know? So it's crazy when you really, really dedicate a lot of time into showing up in your niche, in your industry, in the top publications, in the top podcasts, really making true friends with the people in your circles, how much they look out for you. But that has to come from you first, adding value first everywhere you go, being straight up and bringing people together. So that's going to make everything easier for you guys. And I want you guys to really, really sit and think on this for a little bit. And stick to something for 90 days. So we're currently right in the middle of our client catcher coaching program. It just started up this week, and one of the big things we found was people weren't committed to one niche. They were bouncing around. They were doing this, that, and the third. And one of the big pieces of homework we have for people is, okay, once you figure out which niche you want to be notorious in and for what, you got to commit to it for the next 90 days. So I want you guys to think about that too. Like, what are you willing to commit to? Which niche, which area? Where do you really want to show up as the boss that everybody looks up to? Because the crazy thing about online marketing right now is, you know how there's a saying of like, oh, there's so many like overnight experts. The thing is, you can become an overnight expert, but a legit one, in a couple of months. Like if you know your shit, if you know where you're going, And if you want to really, really step into the space and crush it at a high level, you just got to keep digging roots into that industry. You got to keep showing up, putting out tons of content, helping people build relationships, spend time on Messenger, spend time getting to know people, hop on Zoom chats, get on podcasts, go do some group interviews, and just put like full effort into being the boss in that niche and having like third level clarity on this. So like I see we got AJ on the stream right now. So AJ, he does, very top level, he does marketing. Second level, he does influencer marketing. Third level, he does influencer marketing for e-commerce. Fourth level, he's going to do influencer marketing for e-commerce stores doing 7 figures. Fifth level, he's going to do influencer marketing for e-commerce stores doing 7 figures in the health and fitness space. So there's 6. I can't even fit all that on my finger holding my phone. So that's kind of the deep path that you need to look at and figure out who you could really, really get the maximum results for, where there is also a large opportunity in that industry, in that niche, where there's money flowing. Because what we figured out for him was that like if somebody has a 7-figure e-commerce store and they're no doubt spending 6 figures on marketing, right? So that means they can probably drop 10, 20, maybe even 50 grand on an influencer marketing campaign in the right cases. And like that makes it so much easier, because in the past he was doing like smaller gigs, even off of like Fiverr. I was like, bro, we got to get you off Fiverr like ASAP. I remember talking to him about that a while ago. And the thing is, he was running similar campaigns for those people on Fiverr. He was, talking to influencers. He was getting lists together. He was negotiating deals. But guess what? If you do a Fiverr gig for that, you're paying a few dollars, under $100 generally, to help somebody run a campaign like that. All we have to do is figure out who is in the position to receive that very high level of his help. And so when you dial that in further to those additional, 5, 6 levels or whatever, it makes it easier for you to say, yeah, that's an ideal client. No, that's not an ideal client. And you can keep moving on. Also, what I'm seeing too is the amount of people who completely put their business in the hands of the wind and just rely on referrals is freaking scary. It's scary. Like that's basically saying, hey, I got this business. I want to do this. I want to do it full time. I want to scale it up, but I'm going to, let my marketing be run by literally everybody but me. That's like, why would you do that? So if you strictly rely on referrals, that is a small thinking habit that will keep you in your comfort zone. It will keep you at your current income or less, and it will keep you getting bad referrals. All right? So so for example, like if it was AJ's case, so he does influencer marketing, and people know him for that now. So I'm sure he gets tagged and stuff all the time. Somebody mentions influencer marketing, they're probably going to tag AJ. So he's working towards that niche notoriety, but it hasn't gone deep enough into it yet. And so what's going to happen is that person who is looking for help with influencer marketing, they're going to go and talk to AJ because he got the tag on the post, So it was what happens there is chances are that person is not an e-com store doing 7 figures in the health and fitness space, So the quality of referral is missing all of the characteristics that he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it like you're just hoping that one day your ideal client is going to come across as a referral, and they're not. Very, very small chance of them actually showing up. So it's so much more important to get clear on your messaging and have proper outreach as well. All right, Dot, I'll catch you later. Yeah, see you in Barcelona for sure. And Natasha, I don't have a membership platform for more of this, but I am constantly dropping bombs in my Groups for Profit student group. I post up content almost every day in there around stuff like this, around marketing, target market, Facebook groups, all that kind of stuff. So if you want some more, that's definitely an awesome spot for it as well. We have networking with over 550 high-level entrepreneurs, influencers, so that could be a really cool spot for you. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna get going. But if you showed up on the stream late, please rewatch it. This is gonna really, really help you guys think, perform, and market yourself at a higher level. So I'm going to get going. I'm headed off to Vegas today. I am speaking at an event this weekend. So if any of you guys are out in Vegas, would love to see you. Hit me up, come through, and yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So have a good day, everybody. I'll catch you all later, and keep an eye out. Black Friday sale coming up for group funnels and the course. Never before seen discounts coming up. Big special promos. Amazing stuff. So if you really, really want to learn how to grow, monetize a group, get more leads from your group, think, perform, market at a higher level, I can really help you guys out. And Black Friday is going to be the best time of the entire year to hop into both of these programs. So keep an eye out, and I'm going to get you guys hooked up. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what's one takeaway you guys had as well, and it's going to be epic. All right, guys, I'll catch y'all later.